guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well, hope you're happy, hope you're healthy, hope you're thriving. We've got cozies on today. Today is Sunday. Well, it's actually not, it's actually Friday. But when I upload this, it's going to be Sunday. It's going to be cozy vibes. I will be severely hungover because I've got bottomless brunch tomorrow. So maybe leave some hangover prayers for me in the comments. Today we're just going to chill and we're going to do everyday makeup. I asked you guys on Instagram whether you want to see a full face of Fenty or you want to see my makeup that I sort of do every day. And you guys said everyday makeup, even though it was quite close. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be chilling out, chill vibes. I have actually got all my skin prep on. I'm going to do a vlog next week of my morning skincare routine, my morning routine in general, and incorporate like my skin prep into it because I always do this an hour before my makeup, just let it sink in and everything like that. Works so well for me. So that's what I'm going to do next week, and we're just going to jump straight into the makeup today. So this is actually like glow from my skin. It's not like an oil or anything like that, but I have got quite a lot of lights on me at the minute, which is probably making it look a little bit more glowy than it actually is. But the first product that I'm going to start off with is the PLOUISE base in the shade Pretentious Peach. So this is obviously one of the colour bases, and it's just sort of like a peachy version. I use this for so many things. This is actually my favourite of theirs to use for cream blush, but I don't even know if it's showing up on camera, but my dark circles on my inner corner are quite... doesn't even look that bad on camera, but I just like to do a little bit of colour correcting right on the inner part of my eyes, and just dab it in with my finger because I like to wear quite... I say I like to wear light coverage. Nobody's going to think this is light coverage, but day to day, I just want to make sure everything's sort of like balanced and corrected because I'm not really going to be using full coverage products. So I just like to go in with a little bit of this, and what this does is it flips the tone, that blue tone underneath the eye, so when I go in with like foundation and stuff, it's going to go on really, really smooth. Do you know when like you sit down to film and you've not even wet your sponge? Oh, things are not going my way today. I've had to change sponges as well because sponges that I washed yesterday, I've not rinsed them out properly, so I'm swapping to a different sponge. It's the same sponge, but it's a different colour. This is the Cosmic Brushes Precision Blending Sponge. Literally £5 and my favourite, to be honest. I don't really like many sponges, but I really like this one. And I'm going to go in with L'Oreal True Match in the shade 6W Golden Honey. And I just do a really thin layer of this, like I'm talking like a really, really thin layer. So this version of an everyday makeup might literally be some people's full glam, but my everyday makeup tends to like vary because I'm very comfortable with wearing like no makeup. It's like my eyebrows are tinted and stuff. I can literally go out my day today with no makeup, no problem. But on the days where I have like things to do, if I'm like going somewhere, or if I'm doing like, not even like the food shop because I do that with no makeup on, but like I've got Zoom calls in the day, or like I'm doing wedding stuff, or I don't know, if I just want to put a bit of makeup on and feel nice, that's when I do this sort of look because it just makes me feel a little bit more put together than when I have like no makeup on. I just literally bounce a little bit of that into my skin. I'm just going to even out my forehead and such. But I really, really like this foundation. It's super glowy. I don't think I'd probably put it in my makeup kit if I was still doing clients, just because I don't find it as long wearing as other foundations that I do use. But this is by far my favourite like affordable foundation. I think it's so beautiful. Like the finish is nice, it works well with other products, it blends out beautifully. Just a really, really nice product. You can still see my skin through this foundation because I've only used like a tiny amount, but it's definitely buildable. Like you can build this up to like a medium, I wouldn't say full, but I'd say like medium to full foundation. But I just love like a thin layer of this. I think it looks so nice. And then I'm going to go in with Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium Honey. So if you're wanting like affordable alternatives to the products that I'm using, or like my favourite affordable concealer, favourite affordable bronzer, whatever, I did actually do a video last week, I think it was last week or the week before, of like a full face of affordable makeup, so go and check that out. if you are looking for only affordable products. I'm just using my sponge again and just buffing that out. So yeah, go and check out that video if you are wanting affordable products, because all the products in that video I honestly love so much. They are such good products. So definitely go and check them out. And some of them as well I have discount codes for, so you can literally make them even cheaper, which is amazing. But I love this concealer so much. So yeah, when this goes live it will be Sunday, so I hope you've all had a lovely weekend so far. Like I say, I will be very hungover. We're going to Leeds tomorrow, me and my best friend, my maid of honour, woo. We're just going for some bottomless brunch. Well, actually we're going to Leeds for a bottomless brunch, and then we've got 2 places booked after that for drinks, and then we're coming home and going out for an Italian and having more drinks. So I think I definitely will be hungover. Mind you though, I went to Manchester last weekend and honestly I drank so much alcohol. Like, I don't even really drink. I don't drink in the week. I don't really drink if it's a weekend and I'm at home, but if I'm going somewhere then I will have like a drink, you know, if I go out for a meal or something like that. But I don't actually go like out at night. That's not really my thing, but I love like a meal and cocktails, or like a bottomless brunch or something in the day. Like, that's like definitely my preferred thing. I'm just gonna pop a little bit more concealer just right on me in a corner, because this is a thing when you use a sponge, the sponge always absorbs product. So if I am doing like full coverage, I probably won't use a sponge, I'll use a brush. I may like tap over with a sponge, but let me know if you want me to do like a full coverage, going out, bottomless brunch, whatever makeup look I end up doing tomorrow. I'll probably do a tutorial on it next week. But yeah, I literally drank so much alcohol in Manchester, it was a joke. Like, I don't even know how. It was a fun night, it was really good, and I woke up the next day with no hangover. And do you know what I think it was? Gin. I had 0 gin in Manchester, and I definitely feel like gin is the devil. Like, gin gives me the worst hangover. So I think I'm going to avoid gin tomorrow and see what happens, see if like that's the culprit. Yeah, so when you're watching this I may not be okay. So that is all the concealer blended in, looking super fresh, still got that glow on. I'm going to go in with some cream contour. So for my cream bronze, cream contour, I'm going to use the new Jordana Tisha bronzing duo, I think this is. So you've got like the cream bronzer in the bottom, which by the way you get so much product, and then you get like a pressed bronzer on top. These are literally amazing. I love Jordana Tisha products anyway. I think she literally comes out with the best products, and everything that I've tried from her I just literally love. Like, I can't fault it. So I'm going to use the shade Fiji Fling, and I'm just going to go in with my PC21 brush from Peaches Makeup, sort of like a nice angled brush. And I'm not going to do anything too crazy, but I'm just going to literally build this up sort of like on the outside of my face. It just gives me some shape and definition. And when I wear like sort of like a no makeup, if you want me to do like a no makeup look, please let me know in the comments. But when I do a no makeup, cream bronzer is always something. It's like a must for me. Like, if I was to take 4 products on a desert island, cream bronzer would 100% be one of them, because I just feel like it gives so much shape to the face, but it's so soft, and that is just like a vibe for me. Like, I just love cream bronzer. You can use it like all over the face for like a glow, or you can use it to sculpt. Like, I've just done a little bit and it's just shaped my face in like a completely different way. So I just love cream bronzer so much. It's literally one of my favourite products, and I always get excited for new ones, but I'm always very picky. So I just sort of apply that on the cheeks, around the head, nose and chin, and then I like to set everything in place. So again, I'm going to go with Jordana Tisha. This is the Satin Brighten Duo. So this is in Marshmallow. So the powder is actually really peachy, so it's good at counteracting like the under eye, so that's why I use this one. But I actually really like this shade as well. I think I have the shade Blondie, which is like the yellow one, which is super nice, but Marshmallow is my favourite. And I'm just applying that with a Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just gonna go in all the areas where I used concealer. Now this will really set down the makeup, so it's going to really mattify and blur out my skin. So that glow that we had at the beginning may get like diminished quite a lot, but that's good for me because I'm oily. But I've got that like nice hydration and glow underneath my skin so that my makeup's not going to look cakey. So just going in and setting in place. And I like to use small amounts of product at a time and just really tap in and just build up and like get it nice and smooth. I feel like if you're going with too much powder, that's when you can ruin the makeup. If you go in with small amounts of product at a time, you can easily like airbrush the skin without using too much powder. And speaking from someone who is like excessively oily, you don't actually have to use as much powder as you think. Once it's set, it's set. So I just like to use a little bit. I mean, it is hot in this room. It's so hot. I can't open the window because it's so loud. So as you can see, like my cheeks and stuff are still really glowy, but in the middle, in the T-zone where I get really oily, we are nice and set for the day, which is great. So I just used the loose powder on the bottom for that. I'm going to go in with a separate powder for the rest of my face. So I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Diffused Light Ambient Lighting Powder. This is the most gorgeous airbrush glowy, like not even glowy to the point of like highlighter sort of glowy. I'm talking like luminous lit from within. It reminds me a lot of Laura Mercier Candle Glow Powder, which is another one of my favourite products, as you know. But I'm just grabbing this on a P. Louise 681 brush and I'm just setting the rest of my face. So because I want to keep that glow, that's why I'm using this powder, but I do need to set the makeup because I don't want this makeup to sort of like moving around in the day or anything like that. So as you can see, that glow is all still there on this part of the face, but it's nice and set down. This is an investment product, but it's so beautiful. If you love like really like glowy skin, soft glam, like model skin, you need to get yourself one of these. This is literally like, I don't know, like it's just so smoothing, but keeps that glow. Oh, so nice. So I'm going to go back to my Jordana T-shirt bronzing duo and I'm going to use the pressed one on top now. And I'm using that with a P. Louise 638 and I'm going to apply that all over where we put the cream bronzer in the first place. So just taking it on the cheeks, and I don't like to do like too heavy. I want everything to be like really nice and diffused and just sort of look really soft. You could literally wear this makeup look like on a night out or a day out. Like I say, this makeup look might literally be some people's night out look, but for me it just makes me feel put together. If I've got like meetings or if I'm doing anything, it's one of those makeup looks where you would look at someone and think, oh, she's literally done a makeup in 10 minutes, when really it's taken you like half an hour. So I'm actually going to go in with two blushes. The first one is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow in 001 Pink. You all know it. It's the TikTok Kylie blush, even though it's not the TikTok Kylie blush because Ariel never even used this on Kylie. But I'm so glad this went viral because I literally love this and I use it every single day. If I was going to choose one blush to wear, I would usually wear this one because I just love the look that it gives. I'm going to use a P. Louise 673 brush, and what I like to do with this is just sort of buff it in this region here, so like right up underneath my eye, and it sort of gives that like, I don't know how to explain it, but that under eye Kylie blush. Like I literally take it underneath my eye and I can layer and layer this and it doesn't look horrible. I know it looks crazy now, but wait until we've got the other blush on. But I literally put this on like right on the apples of my cheeks, up literally under eye. And then for my second blush slash highlight, I'm going to go in with the Nars Orgasm on the Beach cheek palette. Let me show you this. Can we just take a minute for the glow in this palette? So what I tend to do is take my Peaches Makeup PCO3 and I tend to just run on these three shades here and maybe a bit in the highlighter, just sort of like take a little bit of everything really. And then I like to put it more up here, so where I would usually like apply blush and highlight. Just all the way up here, just giving that nice glow. And it really like, oh, sorry, can we just take a minute for the way that this bronzer is going into the Nars and it's going into the Dior? Can you see that like transition there? Sorry, I'm obsessed. It's not even me, it's literally the products that work together so well. This palette, I know that I'm gonna get so much use out of it. Oh, I love it so much. Same on this side, like look how nice that is like merging together. Wow, so fresh. I can't even cope. So I will literally leave skin there and we'll move on to brows. I don't really like to go too much. I will go too much on the brows, I know myself, but I'm going to use my P. Louise brow pencil in the shade Mochaccino. This is my fave brow pencil, it's so good. I also love the Refi one. In fact, there's quite a few brow pencils that I like, but just for like this everyday look, I just like to fill them in a little bit. I don't really like to do, I say that, but I know that I'm going to fill them in the way I normally do when I go out. I feel like brows for me are the most boring part of makeup. But this brow pencil is so good. If you've not tried it yet, oh, you need to. It's so amazing. And you can use my code and get 10% off on all P. Louise cosmetics, fashion and courses. If you wanna, you don't have to, but if you wanna. I'm gonna repress over my eyes with my sponge. Usually I would use P. Louise base, but I can't be bothered today. So I haven't actually finished my brows yet, but I'm not going to put my brow gel in till I've done sort of like my eyes. I just feel like doing brow gel after eyes is just the way forward for me. I don't know. I'm going to take my Zoeva 227 and the Jordana T-shirt bronzer, and I'm going to pop this all over my lid. So this is just literally the quickest makeup look to do. Just buff it all over the lid. So I'm just packing it on. Sometimes I'll go shimmery, but at the minute I like to do matte. And I like to take it like just above the crease. As long as it's all set, that's fine for me. And then I'll swap to a really fluffy brush. So this is the one from Morphe and Ariel. And I'll dip into that same bronzer and just focus it up in the front of the brow here. I feel like it gives so much shape to the eye here. And then I'll just blend out this bronzer, and I'll start to like fade it into the skin as well, because I really want everything to be really diffused and blended for this sort of look. Like, I'm not looking for anything too structured. I just want everything to sort of like fade in nicely with each other. So I just like to make sure that I spend a bit of time buffing all this out. So literally just super quick and easy. That literally took me 2 seconds to do both eyes. That was so fast. Wow. I'm going to take my little Peaches PC47 and the same bronzer, and I'm just going to take that underneath my eye just for a little bit of shape. I don't really tend to do much on my lower lash line when I'm doing like my everyday makeup, but I do feel like having that little bit of depth and shape underneath does really balance out my eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring that from the outer corner right the way across to the inner corner. Super light pressure and just connecting it up on the outer corner too. Remember, again, everything's super soft and blended, really nice and diffused into each other. One of my favourite things to do at the minute is do like a really bright inner corner. So I'm just going to take my Morphe and Madison Beer palette. I'm going to take this super light shade here, and I'm just going to take that on a P. Louise 118. I really love P. Louise brushes at the minute, guys. I think that's such good quality. And I'm just going to pop this straight in the inner corner. And remember what I said about everything being like really diffused and soft? I'm just going to really like blend that into the eyeshadow and that like into the lower lash line and up into the eyeshadow as well. Just really pack that on just to get that nice brightness. Same palette. I'm going to go in with this darker brown shade here and do a little wing. Look, I am addicted to doing a wing. If you'd have said to me years ago, oh, you'll be doing like winged eyeliner every day I'd be like, no, you're lying. But honestly, like, I just love it. I just love like a little half wing. And now when I don't do it every day, I actually notice it and it makes me think, oh, you really need a wing. So I'm just using like eyeshadow in this little Morphe and Ariel brush, and I'm just sort of like doing like a tiny little wing and then blending it in with this little pencil brush, like smudging it out a little bit. I don't want it to be too harsh, but just having that little bit of shape there. When I put mascara on, it just gives like a little bit more shape. And I'm just going to bring it onto the lower lash line a little bit as well, just to connect. So just placing a little bit, literally just on the outer corner there. And I'll literally just do that tiny, tiny little wing. So wing is done, easy. I'm going to go in with my Brow Sculpt from Refi. This is my favourite for setting my brows, and I'm just going to push them up. This is white, but it dries clear, and it's honestly the best like brow gel product. I was torn between this and my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, but this wand for convenience is just my fave. Like, just having it in a tube, you don't have to spray anything, you don't have to like get a spoolie and dip it in. Like, you can just literally get it out the tube and put it on your brows. Like, it's so easy to do. I know my brows are going to be like this all day, like so good. I'm going to curl my lashes with this Morphe eyelash curler. When I just do mascara, I feel like curling my lashes is a must. It's something I never used to do, but now that I do it, I notice a massive difference. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes Balm Noir. Really like this mascara at the minute. It's the one that I've been using. And I'm just going to coat my lashes in this. Look how good this is. Ready? You will see how good this is. I actually love it. How good is that mascara? So amazing. So for lips, I just like to keep it simple really. I'm going to go in with a lip liner. This is Morphe Sweetheart. So something which is quite close to my lips. And I'm just literally going to go straight in. And I will fill in my lip a little bit, but not too much. This is like a nice light one as well. So just literally the lip liner, easy. And then I like to go in with any sort of like lip balm or tinted lip balm, something like that. So today I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm Lip Treatment. And I'm just going to put that straight on. This is plumping as well. But I just feel like when it's every day, I do like to roll with like a lip balm or something a bit more comfortable. Even like a gloss, because the gloss formulas that I use are so comfortable. They could literally be a lip balm. Just depends what I'm doing. If I'm just around the house, sorry, but I will just wear a lip balm. If I'm going out, then I might wear something like a gloss. And so that is my everyday makeup. I understand that this is literally a night out makeup for some people, but this is just what I wear when I want to look nice and put together for Zoom meetings, just a go-to look that I can just do like in 10 minutes. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave all the links to the products that I used in the description box below for you. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.